which starts on BBC One next Sunday. It's called The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. It's set in 1939, the year the Second World War began, when thousands of children were sent out of the big cities to keep them safe from bombing. And that's what happens to Peter, Susan, Edmund and Lucy.
Could have come with us. I don't think it's fair. They'll be right there, in all the excitement.
What's that danger you mean? Don't talk such tosh.
We are lucky, Edmund. We are going away deep into the countryside where we'll be safe. Yes, and you know why we'll be safe? Because in the country, nothing ever happens.
That's what they think. The four children have never been in a house like the professor's before, so there's loads of exploring to do. And one rainy day, they're playing hide and seek, and Lucy, who was the youngest, comes across a room that's totally empty except for a large wardrobe. Now this is the actual wardrobe in the programme. And Lucy thinks it will be a marvellous place to hide, so she opens the door, she peeps inside, and she sees that it's full of big fur coats. And as she starts to part them and climb inside, she notices something very strange is going on. That's what comes from being nosy, you see. Not only has Narnia come to the studio, but so has Lucy, who's played by Sophie Wilcox, Susan, who's played by Sophie Cook, Peter, otherwise known as Richard Dempsey, and Edmund, who's really Jonathan Scott. Welcome to you all. It must have been very confusing having two Sophies around all the time.
Well, the crew started to call us so fast, didn't they? And so
Good idea. Now, Richard, you started rehearsing the programme in January.
That's right.
And you finished filming in July. That's 7 months. So how much of that time was in studio and how much on location?
Well, we did 10 weeks in studio at Television Centre here. Some of the scenes were actually done in this studio.
Really?
Yeah, that's right. And we did 3 weeks in Scotland and then about 6 weeks in the West Country, I think.
And Sophie, where was Narnia?
well, most of it was in Scotland, and a bit of it was in Wales and various places like that.
What was the weather like in Scotland?
Very cold.
Did you have your thermals on?
Oh, yeah.
But what happened if it didn't snow? Because all the scenes have to be very snowy, don't they?
Yes, occasionally we did have a bit of trouble with that, but we did have artificial snow, which was actually foam, which does look quite realistic.
Clever stuff from the BBC. We don't give too many secrets away. Now, Jonathan, we're very privileged to be sitting on the White Witch's sleigh. Hope she doesn't mind. And apparently she's a real nasty piece of work, isn't she?
Oh, yeah, she's really evil. She even tries to kill me, actually. So, yeah.
Which are your favourite characters?
Well, I like the witch, but I think Aslan's sort of the more dominant character. He's sort of really magical and powerful.
And Aslan, of course, is the lion. So what do you like about him? What kind of a character is he?
He's just so magical, and he's made to overpower everybody else and look really majestic.
He's the most docile lion I've ever seen. He looks so realistic there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So good comes out of him.
Yes.
Now, Richard, I know that you've got exams, your mocks next year, and Sophie as well. Do you think that having 7 months off school will affect your results?
Well, I don't think so. We had a very good tutor when we were on set, and then when we'd finished the programme, we had 6 weeks summer holiday to catch up. So,
you had to do lessons as well?
Now. Oh, yeah.
So it's not all glamour, is it?
No.
Not at all.
Sophie, I know that you've acted before, and you've got a stage school, but the three of you, it was your first experience in show business, really, professionally anyway.
Yeah.
Would you like to be professional actors?
Definitely,
Yeah.
yes.
Great. Well, enjoy the stardom, because I'm sure the series is going to be very popular. The series is full of spectacular effects, and one of the most dramatic happens later in the story. As the Queen is poised with a knife to kill Edmund, the followers of Aslan, the legendary beasts, fly in to his rescue. Can't wait to see that.
It's such a wonderful story.
I wish it was in it. But it would be as successful as Box of Delights. I think it will.
Yep, it looks great.
Well, you can see the first episode of The Lion, the Witch and the